Hello and welcome to another Warhammer Online commentary, and I want to touch on a little topic today, and this really only applies for the server that I play on, well, one of the servers that I play on, which is Karak Norn. Now, I can't say this applies to Karak because I haven't experienced this on Karak, and I can't say it applies for the American servers because I haven't played on the American servers, and I don't, and I never will. But this does happen on Karak Norn. Now, you'll see throughout this video I've got evidence backing up this, and this is what I want to talk about, and that is the problem with scenarios on Karak Norn. Now, the problem with... here's the situation on Karak Norn at the moment. It's a fairly balanced server between Order and Destruction on open RVR and, you know, open PvP and stuff. It's fairly balanced. It used to be quite Destruction based, but there's a few more Order now come over, and it's fairly balanced. It's pretty fun in open PvP. However, a lot of the Order on Karak Norn are small-scale, well-organised guilds, and this poses a problem for scenarios. Destruction always get farmed in scenarios by Order, by pre-made Order. You know, get either single pre-made or double pre-made. We're always getting farmed at the spawn now. This was starting to happen more and more frequently over the past month or two, and the evidence that I'm showing you today, all these video clips and print screens, are all from 3 nights worth of scenarios, and over the 3 nights I played about 10 to 15 scenarios. Sometimes I played more, actually. I think I played about 20 plus on one night, and we didn't win a single one. Okay, because the problem was it was always Destruction pugs versus Order pre-made. That's all it was. Well, not all the time. It wasn't always Order pre-mades. It was 2 pugs versus each other, and just that they happen to beat us, which is, you know, you can understand that because you don't expect to win every single scenario you go into. It's just, that's not what happens, you know. But over the course of 3 nights, Destruction got farmed at the spawn every single time, and this was it's ridiculous. This is a huge problem. The Mythic really need to do something to sort out pugs versus pre-mates. Now, I did a chat about this on Machinima Realm. It's my first Machinima Realm video. I talked about this, and I'll probably put a link to that in the description, but that's not important now. What is important is the fact that it only happens on Karak Norn because a lot of the guilds, like I say, on Karak Norn, a lot of the older guilds are very well organised pre-made guilds, whereas we don't really have any of those on Destruction, and the ones that are, like the guild that I'm in, is more open PvP. So yeah, there is that problem there, and they really need to do something. So maybe, you know, I don't know, I talked about this in my Mission and Realm video, and that was adding a system that only queues pre-mades against pre-mades. But the problem is, because there's not really any pre-mades on Karak Norn for Destruction, the pre-mades in Order aren't going to get a queue. So it's really a hard situation for them to sort out, but it needs sorting out because, like I say, 3 nights of scenarios I played about, must have been at least 60 around about, and I did not win one. Destruction did not win one scenario. In every single scenario, about 95% of scenarios we were being farmed at the spawn by Order. And this is down to a number of reasons. A, because obviously they're pre-made and they're well organised and they've got chat and stuff, but also it's the setup that they do. When you play against Order, mostly the classes you'll find are Knights, Warrior Priests, Bright Wizards, and then all the other popular ones are like Rune Priests. You'll get some White Lions and Archmages and Ironbreakers. They're really the popular ones that you'll find, and the way they always get set up, I mean, most of the time they're either out healers massively by them having about 6 Warrior Priests, or it's down to the fact that they're just a pre-made and no matter what they have they can beat us, or it's the fact that our side, if it's pugs versus pugs, it's the fact that our side is just all our healers. Say we've got like 5 healers and they're probably all DPS and they're letting the group down, you know. So there's multiple reasons for why it happens, but the point is it happens and it shouldn't happen because it is a really bad... I mean, I've been trying to collect the insignias and emblems for the Renown Rank 8 to 1 weapon for so long now, because Destruction aren't winning any scenarios. I've got plenty of insignias, but emblems I've barely got any. And I'm nearly renown rank 85 now, and I still haven't got enough to get the weapon yet. I've been collecting them since renown rank 81, so something needs to be done drastically. So I don't know what, it is a really hard situation. To be honest, I don't think anything can be done, but it's just something needs to be done because it is getting really bad, and it's becoming impossible for destruction to play scenarios now because we're just being farmed at the spawn. Like I say, I think most of the reasons is because they're pre-made orders. So I think the only solution they could do to fix this is moving some of the guilds around on the servers. But then why should they? Why should the guilds have to move? But then if you say, well, we'll just make sure pre-mades queue against pre-mades, there's barely any destruction pre-mades on Karak Norn for them to queue in. But that's the problem. There's no destruction pre-made, so it is a very hard situation. But open PvP on Karak Norn's fine. Scenarios is not fine. If you're destruction, don't come on Karak Norn because you're just going to get farmed in scenarios. Go on Karak Asgel. Karak Asgel is much more balanced in scenarios. I've never experienced. Alright, yeah, we do get farmed at Karak Asgel in the spawn sometimes, but also we farm them sometimes. It's fairly equal. And I actually found a lot of the times on the scenarios in Karak Norn, it's actually, we don't farm either of us. We both get equal amount of renown. It's an equal fight in the middle of the map, So I haven't experienced this on Karak Asgel, and I don't know what the situation's like on the 2 North American servers. If any of you could tell me what it's like on there, I don't know. But this is just for scenarios, not open PvP. Just for scenarios. So let me know what you think about this anyway, and yeah, I'd like to hear your opinions because I'm getting really frustrated with this because it is becoming impossible for destruction to play and win scenarios on Karak Norn, and it's becoming a major problem on this server. And if they don't do something quick, then I think a lot of people, including me, are probably going to end up transferring to Karak Asgel, because it's a major problem. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for hearing me rambling on and moaning and stuff as always. But let me know what you think, and as always, I'll see you later.